Hey guys, I placed an order at Nordstrom for all of the new Camélia Futura Chanel pieces that I wanted. So I do have the blush trio here. I do also have the eyeshadow quad in Utopia. I have two of the Rouge Cocoa Flash shades that's part of this collection. I have Rosa and Peachy. And then I did also get the Iridescent Illuminating Fluid Halo. And I went ahead and purchased this complexion enhancer from the Chanel No. 1 line. This is not part of the Camélia Futura collection. I don't even think this is new, but I had never seen this before. I got it in the shade Soft Pink. I believe there's 3 different shades, and we're going to use that as primer essentially. So I'm going to start with this Soft Pink complexion enhancer, and it has red camellia extract, I believe. Let me just read the back. Concentrated with red camellia oil and extract, this smoothing and perfecting enhancer boosts skin's natural radiance. Infused with plant waxes and hyaluronic acid, the lightweight formula provides hydration all day long. The complexion appears more beautiful and radiates with a youthful glow. Low coverage in apricot hued shades. Apply on its own or before foundation, and it is intended for face. So I'm gonna put this on. We'll see if I need foundation. If not, maybe we can just throw a little bit of concealer on. I have my Chanel corrector here, but I'm gonna go ahead and shake this up. I'm so curious about this product. Got a nice pump at the top, and we've got a nice creamy formula there. I am gonna use a foundation brush to apply it all over. I'm gonna use my La Mer foundation brush. Ooh, it has a little bit of a pearly sheen. Yeah, it's definitely a glowy kind of primer. And I'm actually gonna spread this out on the back of my hand a little bit so you can get a sense of the finish there. Nice, really, really pretty. I have dry skin, so I really like products with this extra kind of glow. It has a really light Chanel kind of fragrance, and there is like little to no coverage. So I think what I'm gonna do is just use the Longwear concealer, the gel guy. I'm gonna use this strategically. I'm not gonna put it all over my face, but I like a light coverage anyway, so this is not that big of a deal for me. But this is in no way any kind of foundation. I wouldn't even call it a tint, a tint at all. This really is just for a kind of glowy base. You know, it's really interesting. It does look like it has a pearly sheen to it, but it doesn't dry down so that it's, I don't know, like really oily or emollient or anything. It actually dries down really nicely. So the glow you see is really just the pearlescence in the product versus the product just kind of being wet looking on the skin. So it's nice. Like the glow is really nice. It's not just shiny. It really is very pearly. So it kind of gives like a nice blurring effect. Oh, quite nice. Okay. I'm glad I picked that up. I was really like hemming and hawing about it, but I love a glowy primer. So that is the Red Camellia Skin Enhancer. Again, this is Soft Pink, and I believe they do have 2 other shades, 3 in total. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with the Longwear concealer. I have it in the shade 20 Beige, and I'm gonna hit the bags under my eyes, maybe a little around the nose. Some of these spots. My eyelids too. Okay. I'm just going to take that same foundation brush and work that in. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. These 2 products play nicely together. Awesome. All right, I'm going to use my Chanel loose powder, and I do have it in the shade number 12, which is a very, very light pink. It just does like a slight brightening effect on the face. But I will say this is definitely a powder that I feel like looks a little bit drying on my skin. But let's see, I do feel like between this and the skin enhancer, it's actually gonna be a nice combination. Yeah, complexion is looking nice and soft. All right. Okay, let's go in with some of this more exciting stuff now. So let's start with this powder blush trio. It is limited edition and it is part of the Camélia Futura Collection. So at the time of me filming this, this is still available at Nordstrom. I hope it still is for you. If so, I will definitely link it down below. Oh, isn't this pretty? Look at that. I love the embossing. Not only do we have camellias on there, but they're top stitched. So they look like they're patches. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to do 3 different swatches, one of each stripe. This powder is like a pressed powder, so it's not a baked powder at all. So it will be very easy to pick up with pretty much any kind of brush. All right, so those are the 3 shades. Very pretty. I like how that orange one down there is going to add a bit of warmth to these 2 up top. I'm going to go in with my Chikuhodo GSN 4 brush and just kind of pounce all the way around the pan. And pounce on the cheeks. Oh, this has a light touch to it. Very pretty. This is definitely a matte finish blush. I would have preferred if like one of these stripes maybe had like a little bit of sheen to it, but this is very nice. It has a soft touch. It doesn't look dry. Very pretty, and it blends out really nicely. And you're going to get, I mean, kind of makes sense, but you're going to get a lot of this middle stripe in here, even if you kind of swirl your brush around. So that's the color that I'm seeing predominantly show up. There's I don't know if I'm smelling like the skin enhancer. I think there's a slight scent to the blush. It's so faint. It's so faint compared to their older blushes especially. Very nice though, really great color for spring. It's so bright and punchy. It's like a fruit punch color, which I really enjoy. Really very, very pretty. So that is the powder blush trio. Gosh, I really love the top stitched camellias on the pan. That's so pretty. Okay. Oh, did I mention it does come with this like half moon brush, which I never use, but I have to say they're not bad. They're not bad because I have used them in a pinch. They're just not my go-to, but yeah, they're not bad if this is all you have on hand. I did also pick up this iridescent illuminating fluid. So I think this is, yeah, it's definitely much more of a liquid highlighter versus that skin enhancer. It has a lot more going on there. Little bits of shimmer and is it like a duochrome? Not quite a duochrome, but it has a really light pink base and silver and gold shimmers in there. Let me pump out a swatch here. Ooh, it's thinner. If you've had any experience with their liquid highlighters, it's the same kind of formula. It's thinner than the skin enhancer, for sure. It's kind of, I don't know, it's like more like a glaze. Like a glazed donut kind of glaze. Really pretty. I mean, this could be really nice added into a foundation because it is a little bit thinner. But yeah, I like this skin enhancer as a primer. That worked really well because it was creamier. Okay, I'm just gonna tap this onto my cheek here. You know, and I was just saying that I prefer a blush with like a little bit more of a sheen, not necessarily a shimmer, but maybe like a satin sheen to it. But you can easily tap this right on top and give the blush a nice sheen to it. This is translucent enough to do that. Ooh, pretty. I really like the tone of this. It is cool toned, but there are some warmer shimmers in there, kind of like champagne gold shimmer. Ooh, I feel like you can just add this anywhere if you want just a little bit of a glow, an extra glow. How pretty. And I don't think it disturbed the blush underneath it at all. Yeah, that's still very pigmented, all there. All right. Ooh, I'm loving that. Love, love, love. I had a bunch of these. I remember I got these every single time they came out with them. Usually they're limited edition. I'm gonna guess that this is limited edition also. But I had to declutter them because they were old or liquid products. They just weren't good anymore. So anyway, I'm so glad to have this. So this is in shade Halo. So for eyebrows, I do have the Microfine Defining Eyebrow Pencil in Brun Taupe number 162. So it's this guy that just twists up, and then it's got the spoolie at this end. So I'm just gonna draw my brows. And this pencil is quite nice. I feel like it took me a while to warm up to this pencil. I didn't like the tone of it at first, but it's okay. It is a little bit lighter, just a teensy bit warmer than my ideal, but I do think it's nice for the summertime. You know, like when I bronze up my skin, it'll look really nice. Easy. Now, let's move on to the eyeshadow quad. I'm so excited for this. So this is definitely limited edition. It is called Utopia, and no special outer packaging or anything like that, but we have little camellias embossed on each pan, and they have the little top stitching detail. Oh my God, I love it so much. And these are definitely baked gel powder shadows. Now here are the 4 shades. So we've got that pink, we've got this iridescent shade, it's kind of like a pinky peach with a gold. And then we've got this one, which is a pinky purple. And then we have this kind of satin toned taupe. It has quite a bit of peachiness in there. So this is a really interesting eyeshadow quad. I don't feel like I have anything like this in my collection. I also don't usually have a lot of like duochromes or iridescent shades in my collection, but this looks like a lot of fun. And you know this shade saved it for me. If they went down this road, if it was like another pink or something, I probably wouldn't have picked this up, but this shade I know I'm going to wear. Let's see, what should we do? I think I'm gonna put this shade all over my lid, and I'm gonna use my Rephr number 1 brush. I would suggest a very dense or natural haired brush to work with baked gel powder products. You know, I don't hate that. I was not sure how I was going to feel. Sometimes I feel a certain way about pink eyeshadows. I feel like you have an eye infection. It may look like your eye is just simply irritated. My eyes are irritated because of allergies, and I thought, well, is this going to accentuate that? I think there's enough peachiness and metallic sheen to this to keep it from just looking like the skin around my eyes is irritated, you know? Yeah, I like this a lot more than I thought I would. All right. Yeah, like I said, I like it on my eyes a lot more. It's a lot brighter than I thought. I'm gonna take this Sonia G Crease Medium brush. I'm gonna go into that taupe shade and add it to the outer corner. And I'm actually gonna add a little bit of this to the inner portion of my lid. Kind of end up doing a little bit of a halo eye, a half halo eye. I'm going to take this soft definer brush. I'm going to go into the whiter iridescent shade. And this shade out of all of them seems like the grittiest. So we'll see if there's any fallout. We're just going to put a little in the inner corner there. Yeah, that shade is very, very sheer. Very sheer. It works if I put it like on my tear duct here. I'm gonna use the Builder M brush on the like lilac iridescent shade. Yeah, it's like a subtle little topper. A subtle little topper. Yeah, I don't know if those two shades, these two, can even really compete with these if you have these two down. Yeah, they're not really that visible. Okay, all right. I do really like this taupey shade though. I'm gonna go in and bring that out a little bit more. There, wow. That's dramatic for me to put a deeper shade on the inside there. But we're just having fun. Okay, I think I got rid of all of my Chanel eyeliners. So I'm gonna use this Valentino Colorgraph in Brown Fondant. And it's this beautiful metallic brown shade. There's a little bit of a coolness to it. So I thought that could be fun. It kind of reminded me of the eyeshadow. This eyeliner has a brush at one end. I don't like it. I like the sponge better because you want to smudge out your eyeliner. I don't think a brush is appropriate. All right, I'm gonna curl my lashes. You know, I had like a gazillion and one Chanel mascara samples that they send me, you know, when you place an order. I can't find one. I can't find any of them. All right, I'm just gonna go in with my Benefit Roller Lash. And then let's move on to the Rouge Coco Flashes. I'm so excited. This is my favorite lip formula. Pretty much all around, definitely from Chanel. So I got Peachy and Rosa, and all feisty. You know, Jen over there, she keeps convincing me to get these purpley toned lipsticks. So we chatted about this one and she convinced me. So this doesn't have that much pigment, she was saying. Oh yeah, this actually reminds me of the purpley flower eyeshadow. Why did I swatch it there? That's so difficult. There. Never mind those eyeliner smudges. That's pretty. So there's shimmers in there, which I think you can see. It almost feels a little gritty when you put it on, but not on the lips. Not on the lips. Interesting. There is Rosa. I hope you can see the iridescence in there, but it has like a purpley blue, like a very cool toned kind of sheen. Oh, it's pretty and different. Although I feel like it's very 80s, very, very 80s. Okay, here is Peachy. Oh, doesn't that look pretty? Ooh, this is just like gold, like a gold sheen. You know what? Sarah Creole just sent me some of their solid lip balms, and the shade Intuition, I'm gonna swatch it right next door here. You know what's interesting? Okay, sorry. So here is Peachy, here is Intuition from Sarah Creole. And here we've got Chanel's Peachy and then Sarah Creole's Intuition. Very, very similar. I think the Sarah Creole is a little bit less yellow gold. So there's Chanel, and then there's Sarah Creole. And the Sarah Creole has a little bit more peachiness to it than the Chanel. So interesting. Well, I love it. When I tried this on, I really, really loved it. I'm not sure which video is going to go up. I apologize. But the Sarah Creole lip balms will be in like What's New at Sephora try-on haul. So if that has come out, definitely check it out. And if I haven't published it yet, definitely keep an eye out for it. All right, let me put on Peachy. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is really gold. Really, really metallic gold. The Sarah Creole is not this metallic, although they swatch similarly. The Sarah Creole also has like a little bit of a thicker formula to it. It's more balm-like. Look, I am never mad at a frosty lip. I feel like sometimes it can look dated. It can look very, very like 70s, early 80s. But I think it also looks really like deep summer or deep winter. It's like both to me, deep summer or deep winter. Anyway, that is the Peachy Rouge Cocoa Flash. I think it's so interesting how metallic Chanel went with this particular makeup collection. And I didn't even get the nail polishes, but those also seem to have like a chrome metallic frosty finish to them as well. But between this guy, the eyeshadows, these Rouge Cocoa Flashes, very, very shiny. That's probably why they made the blush matte. Otherwise, it would just look too much. You would look like a disco ball. Anyway, those are the new products from Chanel, the Camélia Futura Collection. I really like them all. I really like this skin enhancer base from Chanel No. 1. This is not part of the Futura collection, but very, very nice. Really beautiful base. And I just have that concealer on top over it. This is absolutely gorgeous. You can just tap, tap, tap all over your face, and it just gives you a really beautiful pearly sheen. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Eyeshadow palette is gorgeous. Well, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.